Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season. It'll be the Nets off the tip. Outside Mitchell. Thompson outside. Back to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bamba. He takes it in. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Hey, a little bit of an old school matchup, as these are teams that thrive in the half-court offense. Not something we see too much of anymore, Doris.
Both sides, BA, with designed plays with high structure to their offenses. That puts a lot of emphasis on game planning. Do you have game plan discipline defensively? Do you know your personnel? Let's see how this plays out.
Here's Ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Thompson fires from way outside. No good with the triple. And stolen by Bamba. Deflects the pass. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Gets an open look and hits it.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
Here's Ball. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Outside Mitchell. There's the drive. And the shot's good.
Well, it's a level of concentration that has to happen for you to finish through contact. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
Back to Ball. Three-pointer. Rebound Brooklyn. Well, Mo Bamba, the 6th pick in the 2018 draft. He's listed at 7 feet, and he is a rim protector extraordinaire, Doris.
Well, BA, this is an amazing... closing number. 7'10". That's Mo Bamba's wingspan. Boy, with that kind of reach, you can't teach it, and it's a problem for offensive players to deal with.
And here's ball. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Outside Mitchell. Here's the pick. The three. Offensive rebound. And Ball gets it to go.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And it's Ball off the drive.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Bamba. The three-pointer off the mark. Charlotte trailing. Down low. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Lets it go from deep. Here's Bo. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Bamba.
Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the home of the Hornets, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game, losing to the Pistons. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. And obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. Here's Ball following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Greg, hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
Now, here's Ball, following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. Left side, Ball. Driving inside. Pass to Ball. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Outside, Ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Outside, Ball. Charlotte moving the ball around. Outside, Ball. Pass to Porter. Right side, Ball. Mitchell in the corner. Spins. Spins to the rack. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Bamba. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Bamba's got 7. Here's Richardson. Back to Ball. .146 left in the first quarter. Siakam outside. Stolen by Thompson. Launches it. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The green light doesn't get any brighter than it is for Thompson. I mean, when the 3 is there for him, he'll take it.
Left side, Ball. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Ball. Nets leading by 6. Mitchell wide open. And the Nets another 3.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
To halt the run, Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Back to Mitchell. Lets it go with the 3. And the Nets another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside, Ball. In the corner, Ball with it. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
24 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. Bull.
And he just takes pleasure in shutting his man down. I love seeing Bamba work this hard on that end of the floor.
Now, here's Mitchell. Over Richardson. Here's Bamba. Here's Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing. And after just one quarter of play, a double-digit differential. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Now here's Rose. Clock at 6. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. Rose has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
A near impossible shot to guard against. Rose continues to torment defenses with the delicate flow.
No good from Arenas. It's the Nets now. This is the most they've led by 13 points. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose, Kevin, with a new beginning after knee injuries derailed his career. He said, look, if load management had been around back then, he might still be a Chicago Bull.
There's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And the three off target.
And Derrick Rose, the youngest ever MVP in 2011. And it was the subsequent year that he sustained that first knee injury.
And if you think back, he was playing over 40 minutes a night on a regular basis, and their team had 2-hour practices, tough ones, on off days. And so how can you keep up that type of demand on your body? Teams now tend to be more cautious with the burden they put on players.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. DA, thank you. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Arenas' shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Left side Rose. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Shot clock reset for the Nets. The second chance effort. Rose can't hit. Hornets trail by 8. attacking Arenas. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. On its way from Rose for two. Out left to the wing. Pass to Jordan. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Nets lead by 10.
I mean, he's so experienced. I mean, tell me something Rose hasn't seen on the court. I mean, he reads the D like a book.
Right wing. Back to Arenas. Driving in, and Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Arenas. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunker.
Back to Arenas. 17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Jordan with the rebound. Bounce pass from Rose. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Brooklyn, they had shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And the technical free throw is good. Thompson for 3. Offensive rebound. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And the first half is now in the books. Brooklyn ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Down by 15. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. That's tipped.
A solid shot blocker at his position. Ball slant. It allows him to make a difference on this year.
Wasted no time on that one. Thompson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Nets. Here's Ball to the paint. Stolen by Mitchell. Ball with it. And he drives in. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
His quiet, easygoing nature, that's what Ball brings. That's what makes him so likable. He's someone his team loves to play for, and they generally respect.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Bamba in the high post. The tray. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Now Ball. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Thompson left side. Pass to Bamba. And stolen by Richardson. Left side, Ball. In the corner, it's Richardson. Ball feeling it out a bit. Going inside, and Ball slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Hornets. The drive by Mitchell. Good work defensively by Richardson. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. In the corner, Ball with it. Back to Ball. Stolen by Bamba. And here is Mitchell. 6 points for him. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number one. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Ball with a wide open look. Charlotte no good that time either.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Ball. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. For Brooklyn, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. That's good from Ball. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's Ball penetrating. That shot off the mark.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Pass the Ball. Back to Porter. Thompson outside. Outside, Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now, here's Bamba. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Bamba's got 11.
Yeah, still working on his jumper. But you can see Bamba has the touch to score from there.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. .52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Ball. They need this. And the layup is up and in. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Mitchell outside. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Charlotte.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Ball slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 11.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's Ball penetrating, and he makes good on the layup.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson values the easy assist over a risky shot.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Net. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
There's a good screen. Here's Rose. And that one, good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Outside ball. Over Rose. Up again. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Pass to Trent for three. He doesn't hit that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Arenas driving to the basket. Misses from short range. Here's Rose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That's his first foul. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Arenas. Here is Rose. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Arenas. Over to the left wing. Now here's Bullock. And the foul on Rose. That's his first foul. Outside Arenas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization is all the better for it.
Here are the Hornets with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. Nets passing it around. Back to Thompson. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Around the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
And Bamba comes to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands, his steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Ball. And here is Bamba. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. Ball with it. Here's the 3. He's off on that one. From deep. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn easily. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now. And kid, here we go. Right side Tatum. Here's the screen. Outside Ball. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they Do it with the purpose. What a jam!
Are you kidding me? You've got to be careful around Tatum now. If you're not paying attention, he'll take that ball away from you quickly.
It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. On defense, the Nuggets. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Misses the three. And here are the Nets. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Back to Mitchell. To the left side wing. 4 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. That's to Porzingis. Back to Kidd. To the middle. Clock at 6. Stolen by Bamba. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
There's the pick. Here's Mitchell. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Kidd, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Outside Porter. And stolen by Tatum. A 3 from Porzingis. Good in the assist to Kidd. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor. And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
They set the pick. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Rebound, Brooklyn. We've got 1:55 left in the first. Back to Mitchell. And they get it. Toppin pulls it in.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Tatum. A beautiful reverse layup.
Inside, outside, mid-range doesn't make any difference. Tatum comfortable anywhere because this guy is a bucket getter.
Outside, ball. Inside, Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Greg, hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
Stolen by Ball. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell's shot is good.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Toppin throws it down.
And Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific passer he is. Great floor awareness and does an excellent job finding the open man.
And so it's Denver in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Jordan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
That one goes. Count it. Isaac's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets. To the inside. Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent at finding his teammates.
Kid attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You've got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Jordan, the screen to the paint. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, I don't know how many of these he's run, DeAndre Jordan, in the pick and rolls, but boy, is he good at it.
Kidd attacking. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Here's Rose. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The Nuggets leading by 5.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 6 to shoot. Isaac with the steal. And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Once Porzingis gets some momentum, just get out of the way.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Back to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Mitchell with the drive. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now Toppin. Here's Porzingis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
You know, Porzingis keeps defenders on their toes because he's such a skilled player and has a bunch of moves.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Taken away by Kidd. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's... And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Nuggets leading by 10. To the wing right side. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And Bamba pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Mitchell missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Bogdanovic. Snatched away. Stolen by Mitchell. And here is Ball. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Drills it from outside. Bamba's got 5.
Well, long range from Bamba, really? Come on now. He's a new age center. A lot of these guys at 7 feet tall can shoot the three, and he's one of them.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Mitchell outside. Bamba sets a screen. And it's Mitchell missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Back to Tatum. No good on the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Isaac with the steal. Pass to Clark. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Nets trailed by 9. Here's Mitchell going inside. It's good on the putback.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure and close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls. The Nets making a switch here. Ball hits them both.
You know, Ball has proven he can pass and rebound the ball. He's a very impressive player. Now he just needs to add the shot and become more effective as a scorer.
Here's Tatum, and Jordan sends it back. Ball feeling it out a bit. Got a piece of it. Kidd with the steal. Pass to Clark. Count that one. Clark's got 10.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense, had overcommitted, and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Thompson outside. Back to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson outside. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. And it's Denver the other way. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's Ball penetrating. Porzingis with the block. Down low. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
No good on the second free throw. Pass to Toppin. Drives to the hoop.
And and he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
The Nets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw drops for Rose.
Well, I tell you what, this guy gives you everything he's got when he's out there, and that's what you love about Derrick Rose, how fierce he is as a competitor.
Now Kidd. Pass to Tatum. Over Trent. And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Nets trailed by 12. Now here's Rose. Looks for Kidd, gets it to him. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Tatum with it. Back to Porzingis. And he drives in. And no good that time. Mitchell outside. Looking to get back on track here. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Here's Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Hardaway. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Nuggets making a switch here. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter.
And, you know, if you throw it up, Tatum will go get it now. He's a really good athlete. You can't let him roam free like that.
And here's Rose. Mitchell outside. Pass to Bamba. Back to Mitchell. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Denver leading by 12. Porzingis high post. Outside Kidd. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Isaac. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Rose with the block. Hayward from outside. Offensive rebound. Mitchell in the corner. There's the drive. Back to Bamba. Porzingis with the block. And they'll keep possession. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And the Nets making a change here. Tatum draws the double. Pass to Porzingis. Over in the corner, Isaac. Stolen by Bamba. And now we've got the intentional foul. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Ball. He takes it in. It's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Spins. Back to Porzingis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Isaac misses.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Ball penetrating. Mitchell outside. Pass to Bamba. Back to Mitchell. 5 on the clock to end the cold streak. And the layup is good.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets. And from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. Showing off his dunking ability right there.
A screen from Thompson. .131 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Porter. Here's Bamba. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Kidd with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
And so Tatum nails them both. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis. Yep. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Tatum for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Tatum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. The kick out to Porter. Here he goes. Back to Bamba. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel